Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Matt Maker here with a new series I'm going to be doing involving Tekkit in Minecraft. So today I'm going to be doing how to properly program the turtles in Tekkit because the turtles are something you can make really close to right off the get-go. I'm using mining turtles because those are probably the most useful. Because they can help you really, uh, they can basically act like a quarry if you know what you're doing with them. And they allow you to get a lot of key resources that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get that early. And they also mine while you are working on other things such as building shelter, etc. So, I'm here to show you the best way to actually program them, because when I was trying to figure it out, there were no good tutorials in my opinion. All the tutorials out there you're going to find other than this one are just going to show you the default programs on the turtle, which honestly is not hard to get. All you got to do is, if you want, you can go to help and then you can type in programs. That's what's on the turtle. That's basically all the other tutorials are going to just show you this and show you like what excavate does, or I mean, you don't need these. These are programs that are built in that, yes, are good, but are not specifically customized to your needs. So, in order to actually program it yourself, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need a computer, and I have how to make them in the back, so I'll show you in a bit. A disk drive, a floppy disk, and you can just take that out and put it back in. This is very important that once you have this, you don't lose the floppy disk. I would probably never take it out of the disk drive, just because then you'll lose your work. And then you'll need a mining turtle. Now, to make all these, let's start with the computer. All you're going to need is smooth stone here. You're going to need 7 smooth stone, a glass pane, and a redstone. It's really easy to build, especially at the beginning of the game. All you really need is a pick. You're going to need a furnace to make the smooth stone. I mean, the glass isn't that hard. And then redstone you might have to go digging for, but that's not that big a deal. A lot of things need redstone in Tekkit, so you're probably going to need it for something else anyway. The disk drive is the same thing, except you have another redstone instead of a glass pane. So another really simple build. Now, for the floppy disk, it's also really simple. All you need is a piece of paper and a redstone. That's it. Piece of paper you can get from sugarcane. That's like by anywhere. And then the mining turtle is the most complex, and even that is easy to make. So first of all, you're going to need to make a turtle, which is another computer, a chest, and 7 iron ingots. Once you have the turtle, and this is really the most expensive part, the diamond pickaxe, you're going to need a diamond pickaxe, and then you put it next to the turtle. So these are all the crafting recipes. Once you build those, you're going to want to place them in line like this. So you're going to want your computer here, disk drive right next to it with floppy disk on the inside, and then you want to make sure that the right side of the turtle is facing the disk drive, otherwise it won't connect. And to tell that you connected to the disk drive, you're going to go into the turtle, and you're going to hit LS, and that shows you what it's connected to. So it says disk and ROM. ROM is what is built in to the turtle itself, and the disk is what's on the disk. And the reason you have to do this, in case you're wondering, is if I were to pick up the turtle, if I were to type something into ROM and then pick up the turtle, it resets the turtle, so that program is gone that you made. When you do it on a disk drive, however, and a computer, it saves to the disk drive, because yeah, so you can pick up the turtle. The one downfall is you have to have the turtle here in order to launch anything from the disk. So if you're making a program, you're gonna have to either A, program it to come back to its original spot, or B, go pick it up and put it back here in order to reprogram or start it up again. So let's go into the computer. So in order to get into the disk, you're gonna hit CD space and then type disk. Once you're in there, you're going to see there's the disk and then the arrow. This means that you are inside the disk and you can program in the disk. So in order to make a new program, you're going to hit edit, and then you just type whatever you want to name it. So if you want to name it, like, if you want your turtle just to go forward a few times, you can name it, like, turtle forward, or I don't even care. I'm just going to call it new to be easy. So once you're in there, this is where you're going to be typing stuff. And the, it is programmed in Lua. If you go and look in the stuff in help, it says that. And in order to actually get your turtle to do anything, you're going to have to do this. So you type turtle dot, and then you type whatever motion you want it to do. So if you want it to move forward, then you type forward, right? And after you do that, you hit the 2 parentheses. And you don't necessarily have to do this, but I would really recommend you get into a habit of it. You put a semicolon. Now, if I just hit enter and gone down, that wouldn't be a problem. And some people just do that. But the reason I like to put a semicolon is because then you can actually organize yourself a lot better. Because a lot better programming involves writing stuff on the same line. So I'd write turtle forward again. And that shows that the line is ended. If you enter, it doesn't really matter as much, right? And, but when you're making long, complicated programs, you don't want to be entering every time. That's called spaghetti code, and that makes it really confusing. If you make an error, you have no clue where to go. So if it's a bit more organized, like, say every time you do turtle forward, you just keep them in the same line. So let's say it goes forward twice, and then, like, turtle dot turn left. That's another program. And notice, whenever it's 2 words, the second word always starts with a capital letter, and there's no space in between. So turtle dot turn left, and then the parentheses and your semicolon, and then if it was turning left again, you'd go on accordingly, right? So those are 2 things you can do. You can do, if you want it to mine something, you can do turtle dot dig. Now that's just to dig in front. You can also do turtle dot dig. You can do up. Oh, sorry. Not, yeah, it looks like that. You can do down, and so on. You get the idea. There's also place. Now, if it has anything in the inventory, it will put it down. Put down a block. So once again, this will be right in front, but you can do the up, down, so on, and stuff like that. So let's say after you got that down, kind of, let's say you want it to go, I don't know, you want it to go forward like 20 times, but you don't want to type out turtle.forward 20 times, so there's a loop you can do. So you type in 4, and then you have to pay attention here. I equals, and then you type 1 and comma. Now, 1 is where it starts. This is basically saying from 1 to whatever. So, like, if you said 30, it would go 30 spaces, because that's how many times it loops. So we wanted it to go forward 20. So for 1 through 20, and then you do, hit enter, and turtle dot forward. Don't forget to do that. And then after you've done whatever, say you put other stuff in there, you do end. And that is saying, so this opens that and this stops it. So anything after this is back to normal. But this will loop turtle.forward 20 times. And that's helpful because it keeps your code from getting too long and extraneous, basically. And you're going to want to use that quite a bit. Now, another thing you can do is you can do if-then statements. So, say you want to check if there's a block in front of you. So you do if front is clear. Notice how I did the I and the C capital. Then a few space and hit then. Hit enter and you do whatever. So if the front is clear, we'll just do turtle.forward, for example. Then once you've done anything you want to do, if the front is clear, you hit else, because that's then if the front is not clear, if there's a block there, we'll just say turtle.dig, so it gets rid of that block, and then end. You do the same thing as before, because if you don't end it, then the code gets confused, or if you have any other code underneath, it will add that to else. So that's basically an example of an if-then statement. And I know this could be kind of confusing for some of you, but now, say we're finished with our program here, right? You hit Control, and then hit S to save, and then Control E to exit. So once you're done programming it, and let me just change it to day, because then it's easier to see, you go over to the turtle, and you hit CD disk, much like the computer. Now it's in disk. And all you have to do is type in the name of your program, which ours was new. And if there are any problems, they'll come up, but there weren't any problems. So obviously it's going now, and it's going to do out exactly what the code said, which was to turn left a few times, I think, go forward like 20, and then it stops. So obviously it did that, and it checked to see if the front was clear. So for example, let's say, let's just put some cobble. Let's put some cobble in the way. I think it was like right here. And what it will do is it will check for the cobble, and it will break it. So I'll just go put the turtle back. Which, yeah, this is what kind of sucks. You do have to put it back in place. Make sure the right is facing the disk drive. CD disk. New. And then hit escape to get out, and it will go. Shoot, I lined that up wrong. Race, 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 race. And it did. So it broke and mined the cobble, and it went into there. I could show you how to place while I'm at it. So if you want it to place, and I'll just... Oh, it's still connected to disk. Okay. That's weird. Shouldn't happen like that, but I don't know if that works. It might be different on servers, because I know on a server it wasn't working like that. But so oh, never mind, it's not connected. So this is a new one. We'll just do turtle place, and if it has anything in its inventory, it will place, and this will go in front. Okay, so Control S. Access denied. Okay, so it actually doesn't work. If you want to do anything outside the computer, you cannot be in disk. So you go ls, and I'm pretty sure. Let's just go CD ROM, I think it is. ROM, not a directory. Why am I still in the disk? Okay, so this is glitching. It won't do this on a server. That's just like, I don't know, I guess that's a problem with this world. Okay, so I'm not going to do this on the computer because I don't really need to, so we'll just edit new, and turtle place, and if it has anything in its inventory, it will place something. No such problem. Really? Oh, no. Doi. So it did. Placed in front. And those are basically the basics of running a turtle, a mining turtle, and making it effective, because otherwise you just can't do what you really want with it, and this helps you do it. So I really hope this video was helpful. This is my first Tekkit tutorial, so I'm hoping it went well, and there's going to be more because I kind of just got started with Tekkit and everything. I'm sorry if this video was a bit laggy. I need a new screen recorder really bad, just because the one I have makes everything laggy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said earlier, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps a guy out, especially a fairly new channel. Yeah, and I'll see you guys with my next tutorial.